it's cold as fuck out here. Like, cold as fuck. And I do that on purpose. I say we do because I always talk to my son about the temperature. But I have been, just let me talk for a minute. Y'all reading gonna be different than everybody else's anyway. So I'll put a timestamp, but it's just gonna be cards. I just gotta spirit, like, let me talk to you. So I just gotta kick it with you for a second. It's not gonna be like the rest of the signs reading. But anyway, the temperature. Oh yeah, my temperature has been up and down since before he was born, like when I was pregnant, and it never stopped. So I have to have like this heat element and this cooling element at the same time. And I don't know, it has always tempered my mood as a child. So I don't know if that's where it comes from, but it is something that my son, I don't know, he just operates with that very well, just like me. And he kind of seems to like the same coziness. Point is, we've been up for a very long time, but he just fell back asleep. And so the air is up high because it's hotter in my room where we sleep. And yeah, trying to get I need a man, because it's like he don't see no reason why he can't sleep in my bed. He like, there's nobody here. What are you talking about? Because I be like, you gotta sleep in your room because you're getting older, and soon mommy is not gonna be single forever, okay? I'm like, mommy's gonna have a man. He's gonna be sleeping in here with mama, and you're gonna have to be in your room. And he's like, okay. And then I wake up and he's in my bed. It's like, I guess he wakes up and looks in there like, does she have a man yet? Nope. Okay, my spot's still there, so he just keep getting irritating as fuck. But anyway, yeah, so we turn the air up so like it can get cool in there, because my room is the hottest. I don't know why, but it's the hottest in the house. And so we hike it up, and then if it gets too cold and the covers are not enough, we turn on the heater. And it's just the perfect temperature in there, but it's freezing cold out here, y'all. I said all of that to say this, okay? But yeah, I don't know what happened. I was gonna go to sleep, actually. I was just gonna rest right there with him. As a matter of fact, I was in the middle of proofing the video that I just released for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, so you guys have a reading for me. But I just had to get off the leash and do this reading. I was like legitimately inspired to come to the table for water signs, because you were going to be the last. You were going to be the last signs that I did. I was actually going to do air signs. So I don't know, but divine intervention or whatever the fuck, okay? But all of this is for you guys. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. This is your reading. So what's the timestamp? Oh, not too bad. All right, so we're going to say about 3:55 we get into the cards. Or 4:04. That's a better number. Let me put that down. So you'll have a timestamp when it's uploaded. All right, so let's just see what's coming out. All right, so look, crosswatchers, you're welcome, but this is a reading that is truly for the water signs only. I forgot to put the only because there was so much more I had to put in the title, but I will add that only to there, okay? It's really for sun sign, Scorpios, Cancers, and Pisces. However, you are welcome to cross read. Just don't get mad at me if you hear something you don't want to hear or you see something you don't want to see. Because I am not catering to anybody else except for those who were born with the sun sign in Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, okay? Take whatever resonates, as with anything in life. Trust your intuition over mine, but if we align, that is divine. probably divine timing or something like that, that you're here. I don't even want this deck for you guys. I don't know what deck I'm going to use. Oh, I do know. The news. Alright, so you guys may have something new going on here. Or you may have some new energy presenting itself on the table. I also feel like you have conflict with water signs, or water signs are, I'm sorry, you are the water sign. Okay, you have conflict with fire signs, or fire signs are in conflict with you or conflicted about you. You tend to trap your prey, so they're your prey, like a hawk in the sky. Okay. I don't know. But you want to partake of somebody, or you want to partake of their life, or you want them to be a part of your life, or you want to include them in your life or absorb them into your life. I don't know. But there's like there's a trap. Someone sees you as a trap, okay? You're a trap for their heart because they'll fall in love. You're a trap for their body because they can fall in lust. And if you're dealing with a fire sign, they can like combust, self-combust, okay? Burning up, burning love. I don't know, but it's burning up, okay? Like to the boiling point. You're taking fire signs to their boiling point. I think that's emotionally more so than physically. Yeah, because that would be steamy and warm, and it's not warm, it's cold. So something's on ice, okay? Somebody may not even have a love life or a sex life, but I feel like they blame you for that, okay? They feel like it's your fault. All right, let's get into this reading for you guys. God, I'm sorry, I'm still talking. I lied. Didn't I tell them that the cards would start at 404? 717. Let's go. What are the cards? Yeah, see, Ace of Cups. That's what I said. Your love is a trap, or you're trapping people in love with you. So people are in love with you. They're not happy about it. They're there, but they're not happy to be there. And they feel as if they're going against what their soul is guiding them to do. Some of them may actually be letting go of certain streams or letting go of resistance to certain things that are happening. And one of them is falling in love with you. Like they're trying to not have resistance to anything in life. And so this is kind of like taking the easy street emotionally, mentally, taking life with ease, being at peace with yourself, with your reality. Everything is soothing and comforting. And this person, instead of feeling like they're efforting or even feeling like they're being pulled or called or pushed into things that they're not ready for, they just feel like they are allowing life to take the lead. So this is someone who's setting their soul free. They could be free-spirited in nature or by nature. They're free-spirited. But the problem is that as they're flowing downstream, where everything that they've asked for is, and things are starting to come into their awareness, this is good, this is happening, I like this, you know, they're like looking at their accomplishments, they're feeling so good about life. As they are flowing, there is this big ass hand that gets right in the way, as to say like, hello, I'm your love offer here. I'm the person you should be loving on. I'm the person that loves you. Okay, so there is this offer of love, and they feel like it's you. They feel like they're trying to, it feels like they're rejecting the love of you and saying, no, I'm going to do this a different way. But you're not going to push me. Just because I have to fight against my feelings for you doesn't mean that I'm going to fight everything that's going right in my life. I'm not going to fight every good thing out. So they stop fighting. And then they stop fighting and they still run into you. So they're trying to understand. Somebody is like trying to get away from you, but it doesn't seem like it's possible. Yeah, the Tower is in reverse. Somebody could have been doing this for a significant amount of time. I'm pulling an Ace as the first card. literally your ace, the Ace of Cups, ruled by water signs. And then 2 major arcana, the Chariot and the Tower, both in reverse. So it's like someone feels as if everything that they are building up is kind of like part of a destruction course. But the course leads to whatever their heart's desire is. Like it feels as if the things, like they're setting up plans or they're trying to follow a plan that feels like it's already laid out for them. But as they're doing that, they're constantly having to like confront certain facts and certain truths that they cannot hide from or run from as they do whatever they feel called to do. So it's kind of like, even if they're not going to do what you want them to do, not going to do what anybody else wants them to do, and they're only going to do what they want to do, somehow that still leads to you. So there's a lot of irritation here surrounding you guys. Oh my God. And I have everybody. Like all of y'all signs are out. Ace of Cups, the Chariot, the Tower. So most of you are either dealing with an Aries or a Leo. Now, Pisces, people may be a little conflicted, but it also seems like people are more neutral on the subject of you. But there are some very strong feelings towards Cancer and Scorpio, particularly with the Chariot and the Tower. With the Ace of Cups, like, you have people, yeah, who are loving you and feeling conflicted over their relationship with you. Like, that's general. But the conflict and the resistance is mostly coming through for Cancer and Scorpio. There was another card that flipped over, but I couldn't find it. Okay, what else? The Moon. Yeah, see, there's, yeah, they're not trusting you. Pisces, too. See, here's Pisces. It's crazy how y'all cards are coming out. The Ace of Cups I just equate to all water signs, but the Chariot is definitely Cancer energy dominantly. The Tower carries Scorpio energy dominantly. It also carries Leo and Aries, but as you can see in this particular deck, it's literally Scorpio there. Okay? Crazy. And then the Moon comes out, and here is Pisces. Okay? Interesting. So interesting. But yeah, so on the outside or something, you're like, yeah, I don't know, you're good, you're cool, or you're saying no, or you seem like you're fearful or afraid or scared. But that's the total opposite of what someone is feeling from you. What someone feels from you, you have a soul connection with somebody. You have a soul connection with somebody. So this could be someone that you continue to try to fool, but you can't fool them. So, or they're trying to fool you and they can't fool you. The truth keeps coming out. You keep getting the truth, or they keep getting the truth. So whoever is saying no on the outside or keeping it chilly and ice cold on the outside, it doesn't matter. Like, you lie, you lie, you lie. Like, somebody seems like they're a heartbreaker, or they're trying to intentionally harm you or break your heart, but you know that to not be the truth, or I don't know, they can't fool you. But it seems like you would be thankful for this, but you're irritated by it. Is this just like somebody pretending to be meaner than they actually are, or somebody pretending to not care more than they actually do in order to mask or delude somebody from the fact that they care about you? Is this what's happening here? Someone's just trying to hide the fact that they care about you, but it keeps getting blown, or like their cover keeps getting blown. Because the Tower is in reverse. Like, they're trying to hide this, but they're just delaying a catastrophe that's already happening. It's happening beneath the scenes or behind the scenes. It's still happening. People are still in fear of what the worst case scenario would be, or you're still living in some kind of fear of what the worst case scenario would be. You're still like, it's like avoiding a situation. You're trying to avoid the, I don't know, the darker aspects of something by hiding it. But how is it helping, especially when it keeps coming out or getting revealed anyway? Like, you can't even hide it from yourself. This Seven of Swords is in reverse. It's like you can't even hide how you feel from yourself. You can't even run from how, you can't run from your feelings. So I feel like you love this person too, or they love you too. But you're trying to run from love. You're trying to hide from it. And it just, you can't run from the love of yourself. You can't run from the love of another when you love yourself. So it's, yeah, this is stupid. I don't know which one I'm not calling y'all stupid. This is for you. But whoever, I don't know, maybe I am though, because it's whoever is doing this. Page of Wands, this is evidence of you hiding from what you've been able to heal, and hiding what your healing is revealing. Your healing is revealing something here, and your love partnerships, your soulmate choices, what you're attracted to. You guys are made for each other. It's a very healed dynamic here. Okay, but this is why. This is why. You have a very healed dynamic. We have the Empress, ooh, and the Ace of Swords. The Empress backed by the Ace of Swords. You're not just loving, like, you're the truth too. You're honest and loving. A lot of people are loving with deceit. Loving when it suits them. They use it as trickery or a way to control or dominate. But that is not you. You make sound decisions, justice, you move uprightly. I think you're going to get a new opportunity, okay? So you were like stuck in a cycle with the lover here, the lovers. You were stuck in a cycle with someone. This connection constantly goes through this healing process. It's just constant healing. That is not natural and normal. When you heal something, it's healed. If you don't go back to the past behavior that made you bleed out in the first place, then you don't have to keep re-healing it. So any connection that keeps breaking you down to a point that you have to heal the same issue is not for you. It's not for you. You can be hurt a lot of different ways, but you should not be hurting the same way. If you are learning the lesson, changing your behavior, thereby setting up boundaries so that what happened before can't happen again. And if it is, it's because you keep letting it back in. So there's accountability here that has to be taken. Now that could be on the fire signs part. Like I said, they were like pissed with you guys, or this is on your part. Okay, you could have an issue with the fire sign. But if you close up whatever this is, however it's coming back to you or getting back in, then you won't have to deal with it again. Yeah, Libra, justice. This is about karma. Somebody is showing you how to balance the scales so that you can move forward peacefully. So you're being baited into emotions of conflict where you feel like pessimism and disappointment and, you know, what you wasted and what was wasted and what didn't go right and who's trying to fuck with you, when you could just stand in your power, because you do, like, you have the power here. It's too many major arcanas. The Chariot, the Tower, the Moon, the Magician, the Lovers, Death, the Empress. Somebody has way too much power. They're giving away too much of their power. They're giving away too much of their power. You're feeding probably a narcissist. You're creating a supply for somebody. And someone's taking advantage of that. This is the Ace of Cups. You're offering out all this love, and somebody is just drinking it, draining the fuck out of it, and it keeps being revealed to you. This person is using you for your energy, for your heart, for your good nature, for the feelings, for the vibes, but they don't have anything else to offer you in life. This person is not showing up. They're just offering a cup for you to sip off of. But if you sip off that cup, this is where it comes to the point where it has to be revealed to you all over again that this person's plot or scheme or whatever they're doing behind the scenes is not anything that you've asked for personally. So you're like delaying the inevitable. This is a situation or a person that you just have to let go. And you have to let that be okay. It's like live and let live. But I don't know if this is like revenge or someone who has an unhealthy codependency. But there is an element of like obsessiveness, obsession. And so either or is unhealthy. It could, I'm hearing like someone like, but they invested this or they invested that. Okay. There are going to be a lot of connections that you invest in, but are you going to invest the rest of your life into healing it as well? Because that's what the cycle looks like. This is a cycle that you're caught up in, and the only thing that ever comes from it is that you find what you don't want to find, you see what you don't want to see. What's hidden is never better than what you're seeing currently. So you look behind the scenes or you get more information, and it's always the kind of information that leads to some feeling of tragedy or regret, or a transformation that you didn't want, a change you didn't want to see, something happening that you didn't ask for or that you don't desire. So your desires are not fulfilled here. This is, it's like water, but it's not really water. Somebody put something else in there. Somebody put something else in this cup, and it makes you even more thirsty than whatever it was, like you're supposed to be drinking water, but it's not water. I don't know. Maybe it's like emotional fulfillment, but it's not really emotional fulfillment. It's just lust. So instead of feeling good, instead of feeling fulfilled, instead of feeling healed, you are feeling more of the absence of what would make you feel fulfilled and healed. So you have this person here, and this is all they do. They stir up all the feelings for you. They remind you of, do you remember the time? Like, they bring all of these feelings back into your mind, but then you're still thirsting and hungering for the real thing, because this person is still resisting. They're resistant to change. They're resistant to doing what they need to do in order to like fulfill this desire that they have with you, for you, whatever. They're not doing anything. Decay, like this is a stagnant situation that continues to like bottle somebody in, and it's really draining. This is a bright light. The Empress and the Ace of Swords, like you should be shining extremely brightly, but this is what's dimming your light. It's somebody who you do feel connected to, and this person keeps trying to connect to you. They're trying to connect to you on purpose. They're trying to connect to you on purpose. So it's not by mistake that you keep running into their lust or running into their love. Okay, but if you run either way, this person is right there to cause some kind of delay for you or to keep you wrapped up in that energy with them. Because physically, this person isn't doing anything. And maybe you have multiple people and neither one of them are doing anything. They're just trying to hold on to your energy. They're just trying to hold on to your energy. It's like your energy is flowing. Okay, so whatever is going on here is causing you to run. You're running back and forth, trying to get out of this. But if you run into lust, it's a trap. It's somebody there that wants something with you, but they've got way too much resistance and way too much to hide, and they aren't taking action. Then you have, if you run towards love, then it's still a trap. You've got this person's Ace of Cups. There's all this love and all this fulfillment, and there's this soul contract and connection and all of these things that you want to do and that you should do, that you have this vision of, but it leads to the inevitability of knowing that this is not happening. And it's not because of you. Like, even if you were to follow whatever this calling is for you, it's like whether you do or whether you don't, this person won't. They're resistant to change. This is stagnation. So it's a stagnant connection. This person has fear of this new beginning. This love that you feel from them, they're actually afraid of it themselves. They may not even be there. They're running from their heart space. They're running from their love. So you're like having a party in their heart by yourself, which is a trap. It feels very good, but this person isn't there. The only place that is safe is on your feet or on your seat in your reality, on your throne. This, whatever is going on here in your life with these people, you have, like, I feel like it's at least two connections in particular, or two connections that represent these polarizing energies. These could even be entities that are trying to, like, pretty much battle or fight for your soul. But the only place that you are safe, the only place that you are safe, the only place that it won't feel like a trap is you sitting in your authenticity. So literally, this is the path. This is unknown. This is off the grid. This is 4D energy. You're living a four-dimensional life. 444. You're being protected from a war of entities. These entities are battling for your soul. This is like Godzilla and King Kong, but you could be a casualty. So you have to, like, get out of the way. You have to get out of the way. This is your time to sit still. This is your time to be your authenticity, be your truth. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. You should be happy and free in this energy, because you're the empress. Whether male or female, you're going to be served well by life. Life is going to be good for you. But you can't chase after anything, and you can't run from anything. You just have to let what is be. That's where your fullest power and potential is. And let those two entities battle it out. When the war is over, you'll be able to move forward in peace. And those entities are actually clearing out whatever it is that could be standing in your way. So, you know, you're hearing about this new opportunity, or you keep getting this whiff of this, and maybe it doesn't really represent a person. You could be putting a person's face on this, but this really represents your emotional fulfillment. So maybe this person represents your emotional fulfillment. Maybe they represent all of your hidden desires. Like, this person may be a good representation of all the things that you're looking for, but really what you're running into is the door of opportunity. It's like your mind is putting this person's face on it because you have encountered another human being who seems like they're all of it. Okay. But you have to, I mean, you know, it doesn't look like you've actually had the connection, so you don't know for sure that they're all of it, but they do look like it. So that door represents everything to you. The goal is just to get you to walk through the door. So those are traps. They are using this person as a trap for you. These entities are. But you don't want to fight with these entities or give over control to these entities. What you want to do is stand in your own power and in your own truth. Let those entities battle it out over you and see what happens next. It's like, peace be still. That's what I'm getting. Not sit still and heal. You don't have anything to heal. You're already where you should be. Maybe that's another, you know, I feel like Okay, because it's not cold. It's not so cold here anymore now. But I think that's because some things are starting to come out that weren't coming out before. This is the feeling you feel like you're out in the woods. Like every corner you turn, there is something popping out that you don't really understand or you don't have enough clarity or awareness about. And you could be someone who is really, 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 really usually very consciously aware of yourself and aware of what's going on around you and the things that matter to you or are in relation to you. But this feels as if there are things going on behind the scenes in different places that you know nothing about. And you don't have to run into what looks like a fire to see. You don't have to run from what looks like a tower to be free or to be safe. Like you can just, retreat into your personal space, into your personal energy. Like if you do, this is going to be a whole new level up for you, because you're going to be sitting with all of this energy, all of this power. See, the Empress energy is what you are fertile for creation. These entities are battling in order to like push whatever their agenda is. Now, these could be people ruled by entities. These could be people that carry entities. These could be people that are reincarnated as entities. Or these are entities. Okay, and the people are irrelevant. Like it's what I was saying before. They just represent a door, which looks like an opportunity. Okay, but for your energy, your opportunities will come to you. Like I say, you don't have to chase after one, and you don't have to run from another to run into it. When you're running from one thing and you run into the next thing, that's a trap. When you're running towards something and it's not running towards you, but it seems like you got a clue or a way to get in there, it's a trap. What's for you, you're going to just bump into it. It's going to bump into you. But more so, it comes towards you. It comes towards you. This would be like you, like I said, the entities battle it out. And once the confusion clears or your clarity, your vision for returns to you and you know what to do, it's like as soon as you take that first step or you open your own personal door, that person will be right there. It's like that's that kind of divine timing, or this is the right person. But when you're trying to get away from something and something pops up or someone comes in, that's not usually fate or destiny. That's usually a trap. I don't know. What else? Anything else? Let's use this deck before I go. We've been on here long enough because I was yapping for your video. But let's see. Yeah, I see key player, but I do also see detective in reverse. So somebody, you could have been in a situation where somebody was making you more important or wanted you to play a more important or significant role than you wanted to. So you were like fighting this person. I was saying that somebody feels like, it's a fire sign though, but they feel like your love, your lust is all a trap. Okay, so this person was not checking for you, but now they are. They feel like they need to know more. Okay, we have lust in reverse, so I feel like this is someone who just wants to understand you. They're inquisitive, but not because they're like, I feel like this could be someone, maybe an ex, they've gotten over you, or this is someone who has tamed their desire for you. Or it's not that kind of connection. Okay, their connection to you, this could be like a third party. They're trying to find out something about you for investigative purposes only. The detective, snooping, digging for dirt and accusations. They could just be trying to confirm something. Okay, so you have like a third party watching you to see if you're dating. It's not about like if you're cheating or anything. It says lipstick evidence in reverse. So maybe you're not in a connection. You couldn't cheat. There's no possibility of cheating. Who would you be cheating on? But someone does want to see if you're dating. But the other side of this is that if you are in a connection and this is a third party watching you, they're digging for dirt to see if you're cheating, but you're not. But what they don't know is if you're dating anybody. This feels like somebody else that's getting information from someone else, like, about you. I don't know. Somebody's watching you to try to see if you're dating or if you're cheating, depending on what you got going on. We have courtship, consistently dating, romance and passion, wine and dine. Yeah, they're trying to see who you're going out with, who you're spending your money on. If you are dating anybody consistently, is this somebody you're going to want to marry, or are you like serious about this person? You know, someone wants to know too if you guys are having sex and if this person is like next for you. We have a key player. So yeah, I think that like this person would probably feel betrayed if they were to know about this, but there's nothing they can say because it's not infidelity. We also have lust in reverse. So that's what I'm saying. Like somebody just knows that you are not a very lusty or over sexualized individual. So it's not like you have to jump into anything. So they kind of feel actually that makes you more of a threat, because if you do date someone or whoever is next for you, likely that's going to be the person that you're going to be with. You're going to be locked in to a relationship. That's what this person knows about you. So I feel like they're trying to snoop, because this is what the word on the street is. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio are in line for their next important person. Is going to play an essential role that they're going to see as an irreplaceable, and this is going to turn into a courtship or consistently dating. But they know that like this whole wine, dine, honeymooning, passionate experience is underway. Or this is what you may have, like a high priestess, or even a high priestess in reverse, somebody who is like trying to get this information. They feel like this is what they're finding out. Someone could be paying for a reading here. Just with the detective and the key player, this is like someone, either they're activating their own intuition to peer into these things, or they're paying somebody to do readings on you, and this is what they're finding, that likely you are connected with someone. Like you guys may not be having sex yet. This person could be asking questions if you cheated with them, or like have you cheated on them during the period of time that you guys were together or something like that. This may be an ex who's paying for this or getting this done, and they're finding out that nothing happened here. It's like infidelity. They're wasting their money. What they're finding out is that you're going to be in a connection. That's it. But that's like general, like everybody eventually. Why wouldn't you be? If you're a catch, if you're worthy of somebody paying a reader to get a reading on you, then if they care that much, obviously you're gonna run into somebody in life that's gonna care that much too. You're of value, clearly, because somebody is spending their money to find out who you're dating, or if you did this or if you did that. So they care about you. You're somebody to be cared about. So yes, if you're not with this person, you're eventually going to be with somebody. You're going to date somebody. Somebody's going to see you as this important person that plays an essential role in their life, and they're going to see you as irreplaceable, and they're going to likely treat you in such a way that you feel that with them. That's what connections are about. So that's like common sense. Somebody's paying for just common sense, but it may be because there was too much fear built up here. Because we have, yeah, what they were digging into or trying to dig into. It could also be that this person can't get this information on you. They can't find out if you cheated on them. They can't, it may even be that this person no longer has any karmic strings in this connection. So they are not even clear to get this information. If you are sexually active currently, if you are having a lustful connection, or if you were already having a lustful connection with someone prior to whenever you were free to, they can't get this information because they're not they don't have any, like, yeah, they're not supposed to. It says rebelling, going against the expectations, defying the norm, spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag. Whoever this person is, they could be untrustworthy. So, they could have a practitioner who is going to stop doing readings for them. They don't trust this person or their motives or why they're trying to get this. It could also be that this person is giving up on their own. They're seeing that it doesn't matter what they know about you. It doesn't stop you. It doesn't, turn anything around. they could find out as much as they want to, but it's like it reveals secrets, but not the secrets that they really want to know. So somebody's like, okay, this is a no-go. We have sudden realization that they're not going to get the kind of awareness that they want about you. So whoever this person is, I feel like this person is even more, God, Lord have mercy. See, this is just a clusterfuck. I can't even get out of your reading. You guys are a trap right now. You really are. You're the trap. You're the trap. I think it's with good reason. But whoever this person is, they can't, what they're finding out is not the information that they intended to. They may have been looking for dirt on you to walk away from you. They could be looking for dirt on you to be fed up and angry with you so that they could move on. But they're not being fed up. It's not enough information. It's not the kind of information they need. They are getting awareness. Okay, so somebody is getting clarity, but it is not what they need to. They're trying to blacklist you. They're trying to cut you off completely. This person wants you to be the black sheep. They don't want to deal with you. They want to see you as rebellious. You defy their expectations. You defy their norms. You are no good for me. This person wants to be angry with you. They want to have a reason to hate you. So that I feel like they're trying to get out of this and they want it to be over. But even that puts them back in a trap. Insightful awareness. Someone is just realizing, I don't know what they're trying to do here, but trying to hate you or trying to, turn you into somebody that you're not, it doesn't work. It's not, it just doesn't work. Because they're the ones that end up numb. They're the ones that end up feeling some bad type of way about themselves. They could be trying to demonize you. Even with that kinky ways, they could be trying to find a way to demonize you so that they could just hate you and be done with it. But it doesn't work. They end up feeling bad about themselves. They end up feeling sad. Because I guess that's what it would do to you. If somebody's trying to demonize you, that's going to make you have to question yourself. But after you've questioned yourself so many times, eventually you just realize, this isn't me. This person has issues. This person is scared. This person is afraid. This person is mad. This person is insecure. This is not how I feel. This is how they feel. Even if it is how you felt at some point in time, it's not how you feel anymore. So you are letting go of that and getting out of that. And so when you do that, it goes back to whoever this person is who's trying to villainize you. All of those feelings that they intended for you to feel is what they're having to feel. And it looks like you healed it. This person is not healing it. They're just numbing it. They're self-medicating, causing addictions to certain substances or ways of living that, could make them feel better. It's like irrational behavior for this person. It's not their typical way of dealing with things. That could be a good thing or a bad thing, but it just depends on the situation and how it's affecting them and the people around them. But I feel like whatever your process is for healing, you are pushing someone else to do some work themselves. So I don't know, a lot of people have different ways of working through things. Numbing is not the same as healing, but sometimes numbing can be good to get yourself into a space where you are actually free enough from those strong emotions so that you can't actually do the healing work. It's hard to meditate when you're pissed the fuck off. So yeah, it could be something like that. Okay, you might need to smoke to take the edge off just so you don't care so much, and then you can meditate. Then you can go outside. Then you can exercise. Then you can turn your attention in the direction of something that makes you feel better. So I'm not saying that numbing in totality means that's all they're doing, that they're not healing anything. But there could be some people that's all they're doing. Or if that's you, just be aware of that. You can use it as a pivot point. Just don't use it as the only tool that you use. Because if you're putting a Band-Aid on something, it's not healing until you air it out. For real. All right. Okay, so that's your reading. that's your reading. That's my time. And I will see you guys in the next live. Thanks for the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm in love with your souls. Bye.